Hey, good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well today. Late night last night, doing a late night show for our Tuesday night job report because I was taking a Chat GPT class last night, so I ended up doing the show a lot later than normal. So I'm kind of exhausted today. But I want to talk about some things tonight. We have our meetup tonight. Tonight, I'm going to talk about being neutral and practicing the neutral stance. So that's part of our meetup. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. There's a Zoom connection if you want to participate and try some of the activities. We're just going to do a couple extras. You're not going to go crazy. And you have to register in the Zoom if you want to be there. So if you go on the meetup.com, you can sign up there, but there's a link in there for actually registering for the event in the meetup.com that takes you to the Zoom, because I gotta double check people, make sure they are real and they're not a bunch of kids trying to photo bomb the event. So I learned my lesson from the first one. So please, if you want to join us, or you can watch us live. We should be live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, right? That's the goal. So, because I want to share it for everybody. Some people don't want to be in the Zoom. They just want to watch it, and then we'll have it for future reference. So what am I talking today? Today is a two-part thing, and I got to make sure I don't mix the two together because they're slightly different, and I want to make sure I cover both angles of what I'm going to talk about. And it's about why you want to work yourself out of a job. Why it's such a weaker. So many coaches or people who quote train Scrum Masters say you want to work yourself out of Daily Scrum, and I want to kind of address that and the misunderstanding what that means. And building self-organizing teams doesn't mean the Scrum Master works themselves out of a job. And there's two parts to it. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about transformation, how you as a Scrum Master transform your position. Part of it goes with tonight. And then today I want to talk about, everyone says, oh, you want to get it so that Scrum Master gets out of the Daily Scrum. And I'm like, that's not true, right? And it's being misinterpreted and overinterpreted. And you know what? It's actually putting all your jobs at risk because people are overinterpreting. Oh, you know what? If we become self-reliant, we don't need a Scrum Master anymore. Therefore, we can get rid of that position in our company. And we don't need that. And it's not adding value. And see what you created? You created your own monster by saying that you're not needed. How many coaches in the NFL say they're not needed? Not. It's stupid. It's a dumb thing. So I'm going to talk about that today. It's a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I hope this helps you out. And we do this so we bring value to customer, not work crazy hours. Help our teams bring value to customer. That's our job. And not do it in such a way that it's crazy, and we want to have some fun and make sure the teams are having fun. Because if the teams are having fun, they're going to produce more work, better work. And let me put up the banner from last night, do the USA Jobs, roll that across. So on the banner from the Tuesday night show, put that up. I wanted to do last night's show because the fact that Meta or Facebook is having a big layoff. Jira did a big layoff. There's other companies that are doing layoffs soon. So I kind of wanted to talk about, I wanted to see how the news would share that information. Really wasn't that great, to be honest with you. It didn't Google News doesn't really give you much value about the company. It's pretty weak. So why do we say at some point Scrum Masters should step away from daily Scrums? I'm going to tell you that's wrong. That's the wrong attitude, the wrong thing to say. It's not that you step out of daily Scrums. It's something different, right? No one says why we want you to do that, right? At first, it's just teaching the daily Scrum. Other than we say, oh, teams should be self-organizing, so they don't need a Scrum Master to run the daily Scrum. When coaches say that and they do that, they perpetuate their own demise. Look at Capital One. That's what happened there. They preach their own demise, right? Sooner or later, you say it enough times, it becomes a reality, by the way. It's called manifesting. Yeah. The reason is so that So here's what you want to transform. You don't want the team talking to the Scrum Master. The goal and the why in the Daily Scrum is that the team talks to each other, not to the Scrum Master. You shouldn't feel like my job is to call everyone's name out, because then it directs to you rather than the team. It's to develop a system so that they all can do it. And what the Scrum Master should be there to act as a neutral stance. And that's the nice thing about neutral stance, as facilitators, and to identify stuff they should work on for individuals and teams. So the Scrum Master doesn't go away. The Scrum Master is there to identify stuff that doesn't get brought up, or identify things that they need to address later in the day and what the team should address, whether it be inside or outside the Daily Scrum. Where everyone thinks that they should report up to them, it also creates another falsehood. Some people think it's their job to identify work and ask questions of specific work. I'm not a big proponent on that. Why? Because then it becomes, well, the Scrum Master will tell me what to do, so I should wait for the Scrum Master to assign me or ask me questions about a particular piece of work. No, that slows everything down. That prevents self-organization. That creates the waiting mentality, right? What you want in this activity is to show that you can move on. We should have a system in place so that everything keeps moving. What the Scrum Master is there observing is whether or not the system is working, and do we need to adjust the system, and do we need to bring that up? And we'll talk about that and facilitation and having a neutral stance later tonight at the meetup. But what you don't want to do is say, I'm here to work myself out of a job. It will run by itself, and I take on a new function in the Daily Scrum. So in essence, if you create a habit of people looking towards the Scrum Master to tell them what's next or what to ask, then they grow that habit into other things as far as the organization. They'll always come to the Scrum Master. That's not the idea. The idea is to come to this team so the team can have a visibility if everything go around. You want that self-organization because it's so much quicker, so much better than having to go to a central figure. And you don't want to create all the Scrum Masters out. So I'll make the BA, or I'll make the product owner, or I'll make the tech lead the person that calls everything out. Well, that defeats the whole purpose. That isn't the purpose, to substitute the Scrum Master for somebody else to call everyone's name out, right? The purpose is to get them to talk. And the Scrum Master's job is to get them to talk about topics that are pertinent. Now, as the team goes and talks about their stuff, there's things that the Scrum Master can bring everyone's attention to. And then sooner or later, the whole team should pick up on that, right? You do things so that the team picks up on, this is a good thing to do. Like maybe they go one by one, each person. And then at the end of the Daily Scrum, you look at the work that's out there. Is any work out there that could be finished during the effort? That's kind of like a Kanban thing, right? Is there anything that we can do to finish a story or an epic or whatever and get it to the finish line of done? So you do a final check to make sure there's nothing there that maybe they need to readjust their plan for the day or something that wasn't brought up. Those are the kind of things that Scrum Masters do. But sooner or later, even the team can do that. So what is it? So the Scrum Masters prepping everything, make sure people's work is there, and they have conversations, right? They coach. They make people individually more powerful and in what they can do, more productive. So don't think of the answer as, oh, I'm going to work myself out of a job. The more you say that, the more that's going to manifest in the world. Just a warning on that. So if your organization is like, well, the Scrum Masters should work themselves out of a job, first thing you say, no, that is not the goal. The goal is to get the team to talk each other and make it where the Scrum Master is there to just accelerate the effort, to support, nurture, and make sure everyone gets a chance. Make sure the proper organization and everyone's talking, and find things that when things are missing, bring them to the team's attention, right? But when people say our job is to work ourselves out of a job, put a kibosh on that as soon as possible, or you're going to manifest that into reality. So that's what I want to share with you. That isn't the job. And your job is not to say, I'm going to call everyone's name out so I have a function. That's going to get old and stale fast if that's the only thing you do, right? It's all about the work outside the meeting as well as internal to the meeting. So with that, tonight, meet up. Oh, Sergio, I'm going to send you an email. You send me an email about the Slack channel. I'm going to send you an email back. We'll get together. We'll talk about that. So, Sergio, you're going to get a message from me. Thanks for sending a message that connected 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Like I said in the ad, which I can play. If you're interested in a Slack channel, sign up for it. Trying to get more agile thought, less advertisement, let's say. So I'm going to play that now, and I want to wish you the best. Remember, don't say your response is to work yourself out of a job, because you will manifest that into a reality for your existence. And that's kind of stupid. All right, take care. Here comes the Slack promo. Is it working? No, I don't know. Why did it not work? Show. Oh, you know what? I hit the wrong button. Here it comes. And welcome. Thank you very much from the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show for all your support and activities and contributing to our program. We are starting to offer this Agile Slack channel where Agile people can come together, talk about different aspects. I just wanted to share some of the things we have: podcasts, masterminding, conferences, job interviews, questions. We do introduction, we do motivation, we talk about Kanban, product owner, QA testing, retrospective, a little bit of everything, celebrating your wins and your agile practices, things that energize you, sharing different things, different programs. And we wanted to bring this because a lot of these social media engines is all based on algorithm and not necessarily what you're interested in this way. And this Slack program that you can comment, contribute, and watch and learn from others in the Agile group at your pace at when you want to do. If you're interested, please send me a message. Connect at 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Or you can go on our website. We have a blog post on how to join our Slack channel. I just want to have a 30-minute conversation, make sure this works for you, because we want people that are active, that are going to come in maybe once a week or every day if you like, but not like once every 6 months. We want to make sure people are active and engaged, and this is beneficial for them and us and everyone in the community. It's $10 a month or $100 for the year. It's not very expensive. It's kind of like going to the gym, working out, but at a pace that's affordable for most people and enough to support the program. So send me a message if you think you're interested, and we hope you do join us. Take care. Bye. All right, that was the thing about our Slack message. And again, Sergio, I'm going to send you a note about joining that. Thanks for your interest in that. And if you can send a note, connect at 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, or go on LinkedIn or any one of the social media systems that we're up. Just send me a note. I'll hopefully catch it. I should catch it. I do have 13,000 connections in LinkedIn, so it kind of gets rough. But either way, I'll get back to you. And thank you very much, and have a great day. Happy Scrumming, everyone.